This is Tim Canadian Comic Hunter coming at you once again with another comic book haul. I know it's been a while, probably about 6-7 months since I did a video. Yeah, I was just getting a little burnt out from basically doing videos. I didn't stop collecting, I just was just getting burnt out from trying to keep up with doing videos and different things like that. My channel's not that big. It's not one of those major giant channels out there, so I just need to take a small break anyways. I hope all you guys are fine out there. I know the the world has gone pretty bad these days. Comic hunting is probably not the easiest thing to do these days either, and even just getting to your local LCS if it's open. Most places are pretty much shut down for non-essential, and that counts as our comic book shops. Hopefully you can support online if you are able to financially, and if you aren't, it's okay. The hobby will always be there, and basically what I'm showing you are books that I've picked up for the last 6-7 months. They're backlogged, so maybe so I guess just enjoy. So mainly what I'm going to show you today is going to be books that are what are they, Bronze Age, I guess, a little older. Things I've been collecting here and there at conventions and online and other things like that. So without any further ado, thank you for all the subscribers that stuck around. Seen the numbers did drop, but hey, that's part of the game. Not doing it for subscribers. I kind of just do it for my own enjoyment of YouTube and comic collecting, and just enjoy watching your videos. And I hope you can get some information out of mine. Anyways, like I said, on with the haul. Okay, so the first book that I'm going to show off today is The Eternals #3, first appearance of Circe. Not her first appearance as a character. I think it was Circle or something else. It came out in Strange Tales 190, if I'm correct. I might not be, so I'm not too good with the old age, the older books. Night Tiger would be the guy to go check out his stuff if you were to check out somebody that has a great knowledge of older books. All right, I haven't done this in a long time. Yeah, so The Eternals #3. There's a couple first appearances in it. Pretty interesting book to own. This one was a low grade newsstand, but like I said, I bought this, I think, before. I don't know, it was just a convention buy. I think this one was. Anyways, it's the next book I'll show. Captain America and Mother Night, 290. Anyways, basically, Captain America, first appearance of Mother Superior, one of the villains that Cap always goes up against. Just really enjoyed the black cover, really pops. This is a low grade copy again. Really just dig the cover, so that's why I picked it up. This is Spider-Woman 37. So if you're looking for anything that's worth value in this series, like a valuable book out of all the series, 37 was actually a money book for a long time. It was like a lot of these books were dollar books or $2 books or $3. You know, you could find a lot of the run, but this book, I guess, because it was Siren, I think it's her first appearance, but I have no idea why this would be worth money. But anyways, I just really enjoyed the cover. Juggernaut's on it, one of my favorite characters, so wanted to pick it up. That's Spider-Woman 37, first appearance of Siren. So yeah, got back into watching some Netflix shows, and yeah, was going through the Daredevil series. So yeah, got me into just wanting to pick up some of these books. So a lot of the Daredevil stuff kind of dropped a little bit in price. Anyways, the Frank Miller run. I know they've always been pretty much affordable, but they dropped a little bit more than, because they were going up in price, and then they kind of dropped down a little bit. And anyways, I picked up a lot of these books pretty on the cheap, about $10 each, so, or like $5 or whatever, just different random places. So Daredevil 184, iconic Frank Miller cover. Daredevil 170, newsstand, first crossover between Daredevil and Kingpin. Just thought it was really cool. There's a little bit of damage on the top there, but I think I paid only like $5 or $6 for it. Daredevil 183, just a really iconic Frank Miller cover, just awesome. I love the Punisher in this one. And then I got What If the original Marvel bullpen had become the Fantastic Four. So I love Stan Lee, love Jack Kirby. And yeah, so Stan Lee and Jack Kirby are on the cover. There's some other guys too. Probably, I don't know who the other two people are, but just a really cool, cover. So just picked that one up for, I think it was like $8. Anyways, yeah, so this one was X-Men 137, Death of the Phoenix. Picked this one up pretty cheap too. There's some water damage on the bottom you can't see. But again, like when you're not looking for the books, or you're not looking for those hot books that are out, or the ones that are brand new, or just like the flavor of the month, I guess, books. Sometimes you can go back and look and you can find books like this, like The Death of the Phoenix, after the movie was so poor and did so horribly. But this is just such a beautiful cover. Anyways, so I had to have it. Didn't spend a lot for it, so anyways, something I wasn't really looking for. This book actually I found in the UK. I bought it online through eBay. So again, I always check the international sellers. Anything from the UK, I love to get the pence variants. So that's one of the things I do collect from the older books. So the UK Marvel used to have a printing company that was directly in the UK, used to print a lot of these books directly from there. So this is Daredevil 115, and this is an ad for Wolverine, just in one of the ad books that people kind of look out for. It's got some value sometimes, and it's not really anything that's like stupendous, like big amount of money you're gonna get for these kind of books, but just a really cool cover though. Anyways, I again bought it because of the pence. Yeah, paid a little bit for this one. Daredevil 168. Again, one of these things that you look for when no one's looking for them, because they're just kind of gone a little bit more cold, or they're not being talked about within our, comic circles, and they're not the hot book of the week, right? These are just really good keys to own long term if you can find. Again, I got a pence variant for this one. I bought this one from the UK. Yeah, it was pretty cool, direct edition. I had to say mid-grade, but again was picking it up because the pence, and like I said, got a pretty good deal because I guess people get a little bit more worried about shipping from there. Okay, so this book was probably the best find that I had for a long time. See, there's a bit of water damage on the bottom. I did buy it on eBay, but I got a really smashing deal for this, so I was really happy about that. First appearance of the Black Cat. So many times have I turned down this book thinking that this book was going to drop in price, and then it never did. So after they had announced that Black Cat movie, basically it was so frustrating trying to get this book. So this was one of these books that I really wanted for a long time. I'm glad to own it for my collection. Just a really cool book to own, like I said. And so this was probably one of my best finds this year so far. Tomb of Dracula #7, just a really cool cover. I started picking up a lot of the Tomb of Dracula run just because I found that some of them were cheaper to own some of these Bronze Age books. So just a really cool cover. This one is Marvel Team Up 131. This is the 75-cent Canadian Canadian price variant. They're a little bit harder to come by depending on where you are. So this is the first appearance of the White Rabbit in Marvel, not DC. White Rabbit in Marvel. Pretty awesome villain. I really dig this cover. Hopefully one day I'll be able to upgrade this a little bit because there's a lot of damage on the side here. But really happy to own this. It's a really cool book to kind of find. Anyways, let's see what else is here. So this was an upgrade copy. The Demon #7. I went to a convention Was able to pick this up. I do have most of the Demon run. I've had some bad bad experiences on eBay with buying Demon books before. I had a Demon #1. It was supposed to be a high grade copy, and basically was totally destroyed. There's a video in my archives that talks about that, but that was like, anyways, it's just some really bad experiences with Demon. But definitely love this Kirby cover. I had one originally, a #7. It was totally low grade, so I was kind of happy to just upgrade that one at that convention I went to. Talking about the same convention. Okay, so this is the Uncanny XMen 120, first appearance of Alpha Flight, or cameo appearance of Alpha Flight. Anyways, Chaos in Canada. Yeah, so it was a pretty cool book. Didn't pay a lot for it. Guy was just kind of like trying to get rid of some of his books. It was the end of the day, so pretty enjoyed that. It was the Ottawa convention. I picked up this, which is, I think it's 168 and 169. It's the origin of Galactus. So just kind of wanted to pick this one up. I just really liked the cover. It was kind of cool. This is the Avengers 52. I think this is my second copy of this. I picked this up recently. I think this is when T'Challa joins the Black Panther joins the Avengers officially, and it's, I think, the first appearance of the Grim Reaper. But I just really enjoyed this because of the cover. If you can tell, it's the yellows and stuff. It just really pops, and it's a pretty affordable book. It's not that expensive, and it's just a nice Silver Age book to own. Oh yeah, this. Okay, so I paid a little bit of money for this. This is a Heritage edition. It's a back, I don't know, printing of Hulk 180. So just kind of wanted to own it. It's black and white, like most of the books that were printed back then. So like I said, just a cool Hulk 180 French copy. Yeah, they're out there. Okay, so this is Tomb of Dracula 3. I think this is my third or fourth copy of this. I always come across this. I pick it up when I can. This is probably the best graded one I own, I think, at this point. I usually get a lot. They're damaged. There's like some sort of top damage, or the spine's pretty bad. The spine's good on this one. There's a bit of, I think there was water damage on the side, but this one is pretty solid. I really like this. This is the first appearance of Van Helsing's daughter, which is just a cool book to own. I just thought it was neat. Love the cover. Just really cool. Okay, so yeah, Tomb of Dracula #12. I picked this up at a convention, actually. Didn't pay a lot for it, about I think it was $15. So yeah, not to say much about it. Second appearance of Blade. If you can't afford the first, I guess going to the second is what most people do these days. So it's just yeah, kind of cool book to own. Last but not least, I paid $8 for this. The first Ultron 7 appearance. Just pretty cool. Pretty happy about it. So yeah. Anyways, it's pretty late. I'm trying to record at nighttime, just a little different. Trying to get back on schedule. Maybe trying to get a couple videos out every so often. So trying to get through 3 long short boxes that I've been collecting. So this first haul was like basically all Bronze Age stuff. The next haul will probably consist of more modern stuff, which is more of my niche, I guess, the thing that I enjoy collecting too. But I've been getting, like I said, I've been getting more into a little bit this Bronze Age stuff, and less into, I guess, collecting what the hot books are. Yeah, so I do try to I love trying to chase down those keys. Like if somebody tells me, okay, this book is probably, and I like trying to go to the stores, trying to stealth buy them still, but they say it gets really difficult these days. There's so many different methods of people finding out information, and with the apps, and with, I guess, with people just just being able to I don't want to get into that, but anyways, it's just there's a lot of stuff going on in the world that allows people to find out what things are that used to be not as it was harder to it used to be easier to find books. Now it's hard. Guess it makes it a little more challenging for comic hunting. Anyways, thank you guys for checking that out, and basically I'm trying to get as many videos as I can back out, around 15 minutes in between. I don't know. I won't have so much rambling going on, but I kind of do this like freelance right off the top of my head. Try not to write things down as much. Just try to have fun with it, you know. Anyways, like I said, if you're looking for any of these books I talked about, cool, go for it. There's a lot out there that can be bought these days, and just be safe. Wash your hands, do all that stuff. Stay at home, watch some YouTube videos, all that stuff. So just don't get sick, and do your best to stay alive. All right. Have a good evening, and we will see you soon here at Tim Canadian Comic Hunter, who can only hunt online now. All right, peace.